Hey, it's Matt Pinfield for FanPass.tv. Welcome to Rockville 2014, coming to you live from the Artist Backstage tent. It's brought to you by 33 Star. They have incredible clothes. I'm going to try and steal a few T-shirts before I leave, or at least, try and haggle them down for a little bit.
Wear something on our.
Yeah, it's very cool. 33star.com. You want to check those clothes out. Very excited to hang out right now with Sam, who I've known for so long from the band Chevelle, and Dean, who I just met today, which is so cool,
Yeah, man.
Now, I love it. I got to say, it's great to see you guys. Sam,
yeah.
How long have we known each other? Has it been 15 years since the first record?
I think we first met in 99 or early 2000.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Think back about it, so it's
amazing.
Cool time. I remember doing stuff with you guys. I was on the road. One of my greatest memories was hanging out with you guys playing Frisbee at Ozfest. Like, we had time to kill. Yeah. Remember? So I think we were out in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Or one of the other rock festivals that I hosted. I hosted tons of them.
I think it was Ozfest.
It might have been, because I ended up making one of those records for Ozfest at Columbia, but this wasn't the one I was there for. I was shooting, and we were hanging out, and I remember we were just like, we got some time to kill. They were great bands, and maybe it was a lull between bands or something we didn't want to see, or downtime. And I remember we played Frisbee. I hung out with you and your brothers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We actually first met on the street in New York.
Oh, did he tell me about that?
Yeah, you were walking out of some building, and we were walking the same building, and just said hello, we just in passing, and then you looked at us and looked at you, said, "Hey, Matt," and you said, "Hey," and you were getting into your limo.
Yeah, that's right. The limo days, right? Exactly. No, it's funny, but it's funny. I mean, I got to be honest and say that I've always been a fan of the band. From the first time I heard Chevelle, I was a fan. And I love that, and obviously your brothers warming up right now. Right?
Yes, yeah, we got a fairly, it's a short set, so it's not too bad. But we've had we've been on for 3 weeks doing headline sets, hour and 40 every night, and really beating the hell out of his voice. So it's been good.
Now, when Joe left the band, was it because he just was ready? Was he to have a family or something like that? What was it all about, or what was?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was many, many, many things. It was a long time coming. He quit 4 times, and then finally the whole thing just went in. But, it's been almost 11 years.
Isn't that amazing?
That long?
Now not that I haven't played you on the radio or talked about you on television. In that time, I've done a bunch. I'm always there back in the band. But I can't believe we've never met.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it's still in the family, though, because you're a brother-in-law, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that you have a sister that's married to this man?
Well, they've been married longer than he's been. And always had all these ideas together, years and years of working together. So when he came in, we were able to make a lot of those things come to fruition. And when we write these records, especially these last 4 records together, we do the drums together.
Yeah.
And we'll work on fills, because with the rhythm section, with him playing bass and him being a drummer, we're able to just lock in with all these parts and really concentrate on the things that make you bob your head.
Yeah, it's great.
To fruition.
I think it's very cool. I mean, I'm excited about the set today. I know you do new tracks. We're
going to play 2 new tracks from the record.
Yeah, I know you do the Red, probably, and Send the Pain Below.
Yeah,
I love those songs. And you know what? They never get tired of them. They're great songs.
We get people to sing along now, which is good.
Yeah. Now, the new record, La Gargola, which means the gargoyle, right? In Spanish?
Yeah.
Which is very cool. Tell me about that. I love that track, Take Out the Gunman.
Yes.
I thought about that with all the craziness and people, shooting people innocently, whether it's at some, like Fort Bragg or whatever it is, to, just colleges and schools.
Yeah.
And
it's really a commentary on whether or not the media perpetuates the killings,
because people are so desperate for attention, and
exactly,
and they want to mean something because they feel like there's nothing.
And it's a commentary on that. Is if we pull those things away, if we don't report on those things, does that help to kill it and stop it happening?
Yeah.
And I think we all know that would probably help. But the reality is that in our day and age of media and knowledge, that there's just no way to do that.
No, and especially with all those 24-hour news channels, they'll do everything and go into, if it's a local one, they'll go into it's just like the Malaysian plane. I mean, one of the news channels, it was on for 24 hours. We're still looking for that speck of dust or that signal from the black box. It's like, okay already, tell me something else.
They report non-news constantly.
Yeah, they report non-news. Like, this is not from that plane. We found it, and it's not from that plane. How is that news?
It's not. Yeah, it's true. Sense. And there's a lot of things that are going on in the world that they don't report.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Because of their political Stamps are who owns them.
I think the truth is too, if we didn't have those 24-hour news channels, I don't think they'd still be looking for that plane.
Yeah, I think so too. No, I agree.
But
I agree, it's a crazy thing. It really is. But that's why I like that Take Out the Gunman.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was immediately, it was something I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm glad you answered that for everybody here, because I think it's super cool. Yeah. So tell me who you worked with on the record. The same guy who produced your last album too, right?
So
Joe Greasy.
Yeah. Joe's a good dude, man. So how's he been?
You know what? He's a perfect fit because he's kind of like, I know he's from California, but not originally, but, you know, being from Chicago, he seems like a Chicago guy to us, and it was so easy to just kind of get in there and start being creative with him. He really took it to a new level on this record with getting us to tie the songs together as a whole composition.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's different about this record than the last one.
Very cool.
The songs really lead into each other. Joe's a great dude, and he never says no.
Yeah.
I love that.
If you have great ideas, he's not going to say no. He's not trying to stretch the muscle. He's letting you guys try to expand and do different things, which
and
is
he just
cool.
knows everything. We sit in that studio with him, and he's surrounded by gear and everything. And he knows how everything sounds before he even plugs it in.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a lot of help.
That is. Now tell me, I want to ask you, since we're at Welcome to Rockville here, and I know I've been with you at a ton of festivals and radio concert shows over the years, Sam. Both tell me the first festival experience you went to when you were younger, your favorite one you had, and your worst experience as a band seeing you had to deal with. So, let's start.
Yeah, Sam. I can tell you, my first festival was Lollapalooza.
Which year?
Well, with the first year.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, with Jane's Addiction headlining and
Nine Inch Nails.
And I think was Nine Inch Nails on that first one.
They were, Nine Inch Nails.
I can't remember the lineup. Yeah. I thought it was like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, wasn't it Rollins Band was on it?
Rollins Band, yeah. So I got tickets. We waited outside the Lakehurst Mall, outside of the mall for it to open, and camped out there overnight and got pit tickets. So we were actually in the pit for that. It was great. So I went to those three. That was definitely my first experience. Probably my best experience, being that it was the first. And I've never really had a bad experience at a festival.
Yeah. So what you played? What was your favorite that you played with Chevelle?
There was this thing called the HF Festival. Years ago.
I know it well. I brought
HFS,
bands on stage at HF Festival.
Exactly. So the HF Festival was, it's kind of like Rock on the Range now.
Yeah.
And that was one of our most fun, and coincidentally, Jane's Addiction played right after us. And we came off the stage, dried off, walked back on the stage to watch Jane's, and the security said, "You can't be up here, stage's closed." And my brother said, he goes, "You're gonna have to pull me off this stage, pick me up."
I just played it, bro.
But he's like, "I'm watching Jane's Addiction from right here," and we just hung there and watched Jane's Addiction. I love that. It was awesome.
That's a great story, which is cool. HF Festival is great. In my opinion, it was a granddaddy of all the great radio festivals. I would go there every year, and I would bring bands on stage. I shot there. But I love the station and the people that ran it, and they just really knew how to do it right. What was it called? RFK Stadium, was it?
I think that's right.
Yeah, right, originally.
Yeah.
What a great thing. And, I remember, it was crazy one year. I felt bad for Jill because she had played the year before, and they were showing, clips, and somebody threw a Frisbee and it hit her in the breast. So they just kept cutting it. It was like this, repeat, like it was a remix. I'm like, guys, come on.
Let it go.
And the funniest thing is the Afghan Wings, Greg Dooley said on stage, I love this. Somebody threw a bottle. He goes, "Hey," he goes, you can't throw shit and you don't know anything. That's why you don't have a baseball team in this town." It's just like, because I thought the person who threw it at him, I thought it was hilarious. Because he didn't mind taunting the audience that day. I love Dooley. Yeah. But I love the HF Festival. Nothing but great memories.
Yeah.
Great memories. Talk about you, Dean. First festival?
I think I was like 12 years old, and it was my cousin, took me to a Boston concert.
Yeah.
Outside. That was pretty rad. Kind of got the juices flowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I was already playing drums by that time, but that was really cool.
Yeah.
Then I would have to say my favorite playing in this band, and has probably when we played with Stone Temple Pilots in Kansas City, played to like 80,000 people.
Oh, that was huge.
So it was so big that they had another sound reinforcement.
In the middle.
Section in the middle with a huge screen. It looked like another stage.
It was when Stone Temple Pilots that first run when they came back.
Yeah, it's great.
We love those guys. They're cool as hell.
I love them too. In fact, the last time FanPass did a thing at FanPass TV on this site for the big ticket, I did the interview with Dean and Robert and Eric, and of course Chester. Who's been singing with them recently. It was a few months back. I love those dudes.
Yeah.
First one in America to play sex type thing, and SDP on the radio. Dean brought it in a delivery truck. He was still delivering while he was in the band. He brought a core.
I got a funny story about Dean.
That's awesome.
I love him. You know, he's a brother.
The first time I met him, we shook hands, and it was backstage at the show just last year.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dean, and I'm like, Dean, you know, my name's Dean. And he's like, my name's Dean, and I was like, yeah, Dean. It kind of went back and forth for a minute.
And then you guys finally figure it out?
Yeah, my name's Dean.
My name's Dean too. No, Chevelle, that's fantastic.
That was pretty rad.
Yeah, that's.
And then my worst experience is probably I can't remember the name of the festival, but the wind was blowing in on us, and it was all fucking dirt.
Yeah.
So it was like you're singing,
and you're getting sand.
That was in Arizona.
And
inhaling sand.
And the wind was blowing so hard that somebody was able to launch one of those industrial-sized toilet rolls.
Yeah.
They had to do it from behind, I think, like that.
Yeah.
But it sailed, and I saw
those
it
to be the giant ones that say torque on them that are like, you know, you open it up and the one in the bathroom is with the one sheet, like, and you can never get more than one sheet because they think it's like ridiculous. No, I mean, you know, like they all break off because it's like the thinnest, lamest toilet paper.
Well, no one wiped their ass with this stuff because it was a full roll.
Yeah.
And it just took out, I don't remember what it destroyed,
Yeah,
but
it just went right through.
Something.
It was like a cannonball. It's amazing.
Yeah, through like the
so that
bass
guy
drum
can
or
go
something?
fuck himself.
Yeah, I feel that way too. That was a lame thing to do.
Yeah.
But you know, the festival situations like that, I remember going to all the festivals at Randall's Island, you know, in New York, and they were great ones, the Men Freedom Concert, so much stuff we did. But every time you leave there, you go home and blow your nose, and it's like a massive amount of dirt. You inhale more dirt than any, you know. So I can imagine that you probably felt like me that day when I went, oh.
I know you're trying to sing, you know, just going in your face.
Oh my God, that's the worst. Well, I know you have a good day today. The weather's amazing.
Yeah.
So great to see you guys.
Yeah, you too. Hopefully you come see the show.
I'll come see the show, and I gotta go say hi to Pete too. So
yes,
gotta hang out.
do. He'd love to say hello.
Yeah, we gotta throw out that Frisbee day. I mean, that was the way we kept ourselves going that day. It was just good hanging out with you, you know?
Absolutely.
But great to see you guys again, always.
Yeah.
Dean, great to meet you as well. It's fanbest.tv. I'm Matt Pinfield. Welcome to Rockville 2014. And it's Sam and Dean from Chevelle. Hey, man, we rocked that. That was great.